Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Magical Monday. If you're logging on to the replay, thanks for joining us. It is 6:57 my time, so we're going to hang out a few minutes together while we're waiting for everybody to join us. And as I wait for Arnell to let me know that he can see me, he's my faithful tech watch guard for me. As you're waiting, as always, make sure you say hi in the comments and just begin to breathe a little more slow and full and deep into your body. And there's Arnell letting me know that he can see me. Thank you, Arnell. I so appreciate you. Welcome everybody. If you're just logging on, it's 6:58 according to my computer, so we're going to jump in just 2 minutes. As we're waiting, as always, just say hello in the comments. And then begin to breathe a little more full and slow and deep into your body. And while we're waiting, I just invite you as you're breathing, just notice your body a little bit more today. Just notice any physical sensations it might be sharing with you. Just put your focus on your body and your breath as we're hanging out about another 30 seconds before we jump in. And as you're putting your awareness on your body, just breathe into your chest cavity a little deeper. And if you feel like it, activate your heart chakra energy, the intelligence of your soul, by just visualizing that beautiful gold light resting right there. Okay, at 7 o'clock straight up, I'm going to jump straight in because in 15 minutes, Travis is coming to pick me up to take me down to La Quinta for a fun colonoscopy. So I need to stay on track today. So take a breath. And as you exhale, just open your heart and your mind and see what really clicks with you. Because in May, we were talking about clearing. In June, we talked about clarity. And in July, we've been really focusing again on feeding the signal, listening to the signal, and following the signal. And I know from talking to some of you, some stuff has begun to shift. You're becoming more aware of something that's been happening inside of you for a long time, all along. In one section of this month's message, something that has really stuck with me since I read it the last week of June when I received it, it says the body is becoming the messenger before the mind fully understands the message. I love that. I've been sitting with it in my morning meditations, not trying to analyze it. I'm just sitting with it and paying extra attention as I've been leading the 30-day Art of Noticing experiment on my personal Facebook page. I just been thinking about it. Our body hasn't suddenly become a messenger. It has always been one of our primary ways of our deeper knowing communicating with us. What's changing is that the inner signal is getting louder, so our old relationship with the fear frequency we've been programmed to live on, it's rearranging and it's getting less comfortable to live in the static of these two in between frequencies. And many of us have been noticing over the summer that things that we used to tolerate suddenly feel exhausting. Like conversations that never bothered us before now are like nails on chalkboard, or crowded places just feel so overwhelming. Our or our patience just isn't what it used to be. Or maybe you're noticing you need more sleep, or you need more quiet, or you need more time in nature. You just need more of whatever feels more real and authentic to you. And it's because we're becoming so much more aware of what nourishes us and what depletes us. The frequency differences are making that so obvious. And that's not, none of those things I just listed, none of that is a weakness. So it's time to stop judging yourself because it's happening to you. Stop judging yourself that you need more sleep. Stop judging yourself you don't want to be in crowds. Stop judging yourself you just want to be outside. You're not being, none of us are becoming more overly sensitive. It's that our sacred internal guidance system is becoming much more difficult to ignore. That's important. Think of it like this. Imagine in your house a smoke detector. The smoke detector has always been there. The batteries have always been in it. And it hanging there isn't there to scare you. It's there to sound the alarm when smoke first appears long before the fire has a chance to consume your house, right? And I think that's what's happening in most of us right now. Our bodies aren't suddenly speaking. The smoke detector isn't suddenly placed in us. Our bodies have always been communicating, but the signal is becoming stronger and more difficult to ignore. And that's because our soul, the soul signal that's getting stronger, is inviting us back into alignment before we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. Think about it. Our bodies have always been communicating. They've always been letting us know when something wasn't nourishing us or when something was pulling us out of alignment. The difference is now that the volume has been turned up. That whisper was easy to override, so it became a nudge. And now the nudge is becoming a tug, and that tug is becoming something we just can't ignore. And if we do, we don't get to escape the unnecessary suffering. I think it's a gift. Think of it as a gift because your body is not working against you. Your body is working with your soul. Think about that for a moment, because before any of us ever spoke our first word, before we ever had a belief that got imprinted into us, before any of us formed any opinions about ourselves or the world, our body was already communicating. It knew how to breathe, it knew how to heal, it knew how to rest, it knew how to grow. And all throughout our lives, our body has been translating experiences into sensations that our human version of us could recognize. Maybe it's tightness or expansion or a sense of ease or resistance or a surge of energy or just extreme fatigue, right? It's always talking. It's been speaking the whole time. But we have been trained and programmed to override the inner guidance of our own divine communication through our body. So now the question is, will we listen to the signal and follow it? The message for this month says the body's going to start speaking before the mind has a chance to fully understand. So most of our lives, you guys, we have been taught to trust our thinking above everything else. We got to figure it out. We got to research. We got to analyze. We got to get more information. We got to pick up other people's opinions. And yes, there's certainly a place for that. But think about it as the chaos and the forms of bombardment of noise and communication keep clamoring for our attention. We're being told in these messages, hey, all that's going to get stronger and louder. There's something else to pay attention to. And in the message it's been saying that the signal is going to be a little quieter. It's getting stronger, but you still got to listen to it through the noise. And what if discernment that the messages have been talking about is in the messages are inviting us to land the discernment by noticing what our body already knows. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt something was off and you couldn't explain why, right? Have you ever met somebody and just immediately felt at ease? Or the opposite, like, ugh, heebie-jeebies, right? Have you ever said yes to something while every part of your body was screaming no? Of course, we all have, right? And usually we don't recognize it until later. We say things like, ah, I knew it. I felt it. I should have listened, right? We've all said those words. And the interesting thing is, your body wasn't trying to predict the future. It was simply helping you recognize alignment or misalignment before your mind had enough information to actually explain it. And that's going to increase. I think this is one of the reasons I felt compelled to offer a chance for people to practice the art of noticing together this month on Facebook. It coincides with the message, not so we become hypervigilant, not so we analyze every feeling, but so we become familiar with our own inner language of our body again. Your body has its own sacred vocabulary. Maybe for you, it's a heaviness in your chest. Maybe it's a knot in your stomach. Maybe it's a feeling of spaciousness. Maybe it's just an undeniable sense of peace. That's how it works for me. Maybe it's a surge of energy like goosebumps. That's how it also works for me. Maybe it's tears, not tears of sadness, just tears of alignment or misalignment. Maybe it's just an excitement that comes out of nowhere. I don't know what it is for you, but if you pay attention and notice, your body has been developing this language with you your entire life. Now it's simply asking us, and I'm asking you, and your inner guidance is asking you to simply pay closer attention. The elders reminded us in the message that fear keeps searching while discernment eventually lands. And I love that, because discernment isn't just a mental process. It's something we experience. It relaxes us, it settles us, it anchors us during mental and emotional storms, and it brings coherence, and it doesn't have to answer every question, but it gives us enough clarity to take the next step, even in the swirling, intense madness of loud chaos. So, I want to offer you a simple practice for this week. A few times when you think about it each day, especially when you're noticing yourself feeling uncertain, just for 30 seconds, take a slow breath. Do it with me right now. Breathe in. Take one hand, place it on your heart. Take the other one, place it on your belly. And then just ask this question. What's my body trying to help me notice right now? That's it. Not what should I do, not how do I fix this, simply what's my body trying to help me notice? And then just listen. Maybe you'll receive words. Maybe you'll simply notice your breathing slows down in that moment. Maybe you'll just relax your shoulders. I don't know. What I do know is goal is not or perfection is not the goal. The goal is a relationship with our body and with the messages that it's sending. because the signal is becoming stronger. It's not new, it's just becoming stronger. And as you continue to feed the signal and listen to the signal and follow the signal, I believe you're going to start to find that discernment begins to feel less like something you got to figure out and more like something you're just going to gradually, steadily learn to recognize. That's the gift. That's this signal is getting stronger, moving us into the ease and flow, surprise and amaze. All right. Thank you for being here with me today, you guys. I love spending time with you. I hope this week maybe you'll spend a little time becoming curious about what your body's asking you to just notice. All right, that's where I'm going to leave you today. I'm off for my colonoscopy. There's only love for you here. I'll see you next. You have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday on Magical Monday. All right, love you tons. Bye for now.